I am sitting in my car outside of the fabric store where I also work because I'm getting some fabric today for a very special project that I am very excited about. I'm very excited to start. And they're not quite open, but they'll open in a few minutes. So here we go. So I bought all of my fabric and now it's time to reveal what my project is, which you probably already know from the title. Today I'm going to make a pride flag. So the reason I'm making a pride flag is because for the first 19 years of my life, I just assumed that I was straight. And now, like a lot of other women, and with the help of the TikTok algorithm and the YouTube algorithm and self-reflection, it has come to my own personal attention that I am not straight. Basically, I think that I like girls and I want to date girls and possibly marry a girl in the future. So yeah, it's not really a big deal. It's just a normal thing, a normal part of life, and I will fall in love who I fall in love with and I will marry who I marry. So that's why I'm making the pride flag today, because I have recently discovered something about myself that I didn't know before, and I just accepted it. I accepted myself, and now I'm going to make the symbol that represents me and a whole group of glorious other human beings. So the reason why I'm making the pride flag instead of just buying one is because all of the ones you can buy are made out of polyester or nylon, and I didn't want that. I wanted a cotton one, so I went out and I bought some cotton. It is 100% cotton except for one fabric, and I'll show you when I show you all the fabric. Is it ethically made? Probably not, but it is more sustainable than alternatives. So it's a partial win and a partial not win, but I'm satisfied. I think I did a good job finding the fabrics and picking them out. Also, I am going to make the regular 6 striped red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple flag. I'm not going to make the Progress flag or the Philadelphia flag. I'm just making the 6 colored flag. And the reason for that being is that some people in the LGBT community find the Progress flag to be othering. They find that with the addition of the skin tones, though the purpose of it is to say, hey, you're part of this group, to them it feels like they're being singled out and that they're not as much a part of the group. So I'm making just the rainbow flag because that includes everyone, and everyone in the community is comfortable with it. If you want to learn more about why some people don't like the Progress flag, I will link in the description and in the cards that pop up. I will link a video that Shaba made about why she doesn't like the flag. But enough of me talking, I'm gonna show you the fabrics now. So these are all of the cottons that I got. I got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. They are a mix of different brands and they are all 100% cotton except for this orange. This orange is a polyester cotton blend, which is kind of really bad, but they didn't have any orange in just 100% cotton. They had a lot of red, but no orange. So I did have to go with a polyester blend for this one. And to go on the back of the flag, I got this rainbow shooting star fabric. And I bought a yard of this and a 1/4 yard of all of these. And the total was just about $13. So this is what it will look like when it's all put together. I think I'm gonna do the stripes 4 inches wide. I might do 5 inches wide or 4.5. We'll see though. These are how I have them laid out now, are about 4 inches wide. And then I don't know how long I'm gonna make it yet, but that's it with the full length. So I ended up traveling to my parents' house in order to sew this flag, and I did that because my car's battery was dying, and so it needed to go into the shop anyway. And it just worked out because my parents have a sewing machine at their house. So this is me making the pattern piece for the flag, and I ended up making it 5 inches wide to allow for seam allowance so that the stripes would actually be 4 inches wide. I think they ended up being a little shorter, like 3 3/4, but nobody's gonna know except for all of you because I just told you. So anyway, the pattern piece is 5 inches wide and then something like 39 inches long. But the flag itself, we were going to cut down and have it be 36 inches long. And so then I decided to sew all the stripes together with French seams. And French seams just allows it so that the seams finish themselves and I don't have to serge the inside of the seams or anything, and it looks nicer. And so I decided to do the French seams. Okay, this is very important when you're doing a French seam on more than one seam. So this is a finished French seam here. And then the start of the next one, you want to pin the next fabric to essentially the back. And it's going to look wrong when you sew the first one, but then when you sew it over, it'll be right. So that's how you sew together more than one French seam. So I sewed all of the stripes together and it looked like this, and then I cut off some of the excess to make it more even. And this is the back, and there's interfacing there to make the colors less visible through the yellow and orange and red fabrics. Okay, so I've sewn the rainbow stripes, and I've cut out the backing, and I put interfacing on it. We also made a strip to put grommets in so that I could hang it. And now I'm gonna sew the top and the sides and the bottom, and then we'll flip it inside out, or right side out. After I sewed all of those seams, I serged the edges of them so that they wouldn't fray on the inside, because I did not do French seams for these, I did normal seams. So I serged it so that it wouldn't come undone inside the flag. And of course I left an opening to flip the flag inside out. It's the morning, and last night I got the front and back sewn together. You can kind of see through some of the colors in the light, but that's okay. So here's the front. I'm gonna use this rainbow decorative thread to top stitch it, and I'll just use black thread for the bobbin for the backside. So yeah, and that's kind of the last thing that I have to do. Well, I have to put grommets in here, but that's the last thing I have to do. So I used the rainbow colored thread because I didn't want to switch thread colors and bobbins again as I went around this with the top stitching. So I used the rainbow thread, and you actually don't notice it much at all. It does look nice, especially when you look closer at the flag. But it is a very gradual gradient into all of the colors. And so this is what it looks like up close. And then it was time to put the grommets into the flag. So in order to make a hole for the grommets to go through, I just used a hole punch that we had. And punch. And it went through all of the layers of the fabric that were there, and then I just used the scissors to cut off whatever the hole punch didn't take off. And then the grommets that we used fit very nicely into the hole. I do not remember what size they are, but if I find out, I will put it on the screen. And so then you put the back of the grommet on there, and you put it on a little anvil, and then you put this little thing on top, and then you use a hammer to hammer it down, and that's how you do grommets. So I'm back at my own house now with the finished flag. I am so excited and proud that I made this. I put the grommets in the top of it so that I could put nails and hang it on the wall. You can still kind of see through the yellow and the orange and the red fabrics a bit, but I think it's okay. So the front is the rainbow and the back is shooting stars with rainbows and rainbow stars. So yeah, all I have left to do before I hang it is I just have to go around and like trim off any extra threads that are coming off of it. But this is done. On a more serious note, I started filming this video last week, and then a few days ago, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away. And as someone who is a new baby member of the LGBT community, and also a human being with a uterus, the future kind of scares me right now. And so for that reason, I will be listing pro-women and pro-LGBT charities in the description below. If you have the money and you would like to donate to those charities, I would greatly appreciate it. I think right now we have to work together to build the future that we want, because our current system of government isn't really giving us what we want, and so we have to build it ourselves. And so I will be listing those charities. Feel free to donate, but don't feel any pressure. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.